What's going on, guys? It's Talking Comics here, and today's topic is going to be part 2 of the idea video. This time it's Injustice 3 ideas. Now, I'm going to be honest, I don't think Injustice 3 is going to, happen. At least not for a while, just because of the way it's set up. Now, I'm going to be honest again, and this video is going to be extremely rushed because my computer had a straight up meltdown on this video, and then then there was a lot of background noise, so I couldn't use the audio on the second one, so it's a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and keep this fast. And I have 4 different ideas. 2 ideas are kind of could happen together, or they could happen not. Now I'm gonna focus on story ideas, and which means they may not they could work for a game, but it's more like it's Injustice 2. I should probably give you some explanation. Injustice 2 and Injustice 1 have the comic have a lot of things going on, and the problem with the game is the game will have an overall plot, and then the comics will have their own big plots. Like Injustice 1 had 5 different years, and each year had a different main plot. Like year 5, I want to say, I don't know if it's year 5 or 3. I don't. This is off the top of my head. I reread Injustice 2 for this video, but I did not reread Injustice 1. And I believe it's year 5 or year 3 that they did all magic users, which is weird that they didn't have any magic users besides Dr. Fate and Injustice 2. Which I'd like to go ahead and say Injustice side ran. Dr. Fate got bodied by Brainiac, one-shotted. Not even, that shouldn't exist. Dr. Fate is the most powerful magic user in the DC universe. That's crazy. That is crazy. And when I say magic user, I mean good guy, I guess, is the simple way. Because, Trigon is technically a magic user. And the Upside Down Man is technically a magic user. So, it's stuff like that. But moving on with my first idea, it's actually the OMAC virus. Now, the OMAC virus is, they already introduced Brother Eye, and they introduced Grid, which Grid could show up for my second idea, or 3, which I'll get to in a minute. But OMAC, I believe, would make sense, and they already set up Brother Eye, so I feel like that idea was set up. Most of my ideas have setups behind it, except for O3. O3 is one of those ideas where, it could happen, but it's one of those things where it's not necessarily a setup, but it could happen. But, yeah, OMAC, that's pretty much all. The virus infects people. It's and nanobots create armors, and they already set up a Brother Eye, and it's already been infected by Brainiac, so it could be, it gains its own and intelligent, and pretty much just do the, world-ending conquering, stereotypical attack. I don't really know what else to say about it. But moving on, my second idea, we have O3. Now, O3 is Owlman, the Crime Syndicate, which actually I have introducing Owlman video. But if you guys are interested, you can watch that. But yeah, pretty much Crime Syndicate's Ultraman, Power Wing, Atomica, Johnny Quick, Superwoman, Power Wing, and Seeking. And Grid, of course, but Grid's already in the game. Story, whatever. But it was a weird decision. I like to say that Brainiac is Grid. So I'm not really sure if they could do Grid, but it's here or no. Here or there, dang it. Sorry, but moving on with my third idea. My third idea is actually an idea that would come directly after the comic of Crime Syndicate arriving for Forever Evil. It's Darkseid War. Now, Darkseid War not actually, I take that back. It wasn't directly after, but it was after, the Crime Syndicate came back for Forever Evil. Some of them did. But, from Forever Evil, dang it, I'm losing track, but from Forever Evil they win in the Darkseid War, and they could do that with a single game. That way, if the story's not long enough, they can do the supervillains, rise up with the Justice League, so it's going to pretty much be Injustice 1, where, it's Justice League versus Justice League, but the bad Superman in Injustice 2 is now the hero, or whatever. So, it's stuff that could be cool. Now, Darkseid is in Injustice 2, but same with, Joker. They never really explain why he's there, so it'd be nice to see him. But, moving on with him, we also have, Anti-Mono, who is kind of the big bad at the end of Darkseid War, so maybe ditch Darkseid and do the Anti-Mono. Now, if you guys didn't know, New 52's Anti-Mono is way weaker than Infinite Crisis. Infinite Crisis. Crisis on Infinite Earths. Dang it. I always get them confused. But way weaker, so honestly you could do like a Darkseid War where Anti-Mono is actually going fist to fist with Superman just because how weak he is compared to his original. So, which it's just my opinion, but like the original is multiverse ending. This one isn't. But so I feel like you could actually do a fighter game with him and not make it like one-sided. But moving on with my final idea, which actually I believe is personally a great idea, which actually I also have something else to tie into the OMAC with it. Now my final idea is actually the Sinestro War. Now the Sinestro War, honestly, I feel like it was set up, same with Brother Eye and OMAC. Now this would be a great way to incorporate Injustice 3 Cyborg Superman into it, because I did not reread Injustice 1, so I don't know if like Metallo or Cyborg Superman were in it. I know Cyborg Superman wasn't in it, at least I'm pretty sure he wasn't. Again, like I don't, Metallo may have been in it, honestly, I don't really remember, but I know he wasn't. I know they weren't in Injustice 2, but Cyborg Superman and Metallo would work well with helping OMAC, the OMAC virus spread, because pretty much every robotic villain would pretty much do well for that. So Cyborg, Grid, everyone else, so that would work for that. And then we also have Sinestro War, which is my current idea, and honestly I feel like would be the best, because Sinestro's, I can't like, in Injustice 2, they bring up Sinestro, like he's there and he gets a Green Lantern ring for a little while, and they do a real big thing about the Red Lanterns, which is another reason why I really enjoy the comic of Injustice, like the Injustice comics, but the games themselves do, with certain characters, they kind of just pass up because it's a fighting game, so like no one, I mean, you can be there for lore, but like if you want the lore, you want to read the Injustice comic, which it's pretty good, but I would like to go ahead and side tangent again. The problem with it is there's so many characters that like any character that isn't directly relevant, they sort of just get rid of occasionally. Kind of like Teen Titans, they came back, but in Injustice 1 they just got taken down completely, really fast. But I think it was just like a one shot as well. It was like one comic they got taken down by Superman. It was crazy. Which I suppose is realistic, but it's crazy. But getting back on track with Sinestro War. Sinestro War would do well to introduce some Superman villains like Mongul, who actually, I don't know if Mongul was in it either, but Mongul could make a appearance, same with Cyborg Superman, and kind of be like people taking over Sinestro corpse. Cool, dang it, I don't know why. Sinestro isn't dead yet. Most likely, like if they do bring him back, he most likely would die. They like killing off people, and there's not many people left to kill off, honestly, unless you want to start killing people who will past cast members. But it'd be nice for the Sinestro Corps to show back up, because they kind of left it where like they followed Sinestro, but the Sinestro Corps itself most likely wouldn't abandon its founder, and if they did, maybe Power Gap, which is what happened in actual mainstream comics with Sinestro with Mongul and everything, and Cyborg Superman could also make a return. Cyborg Superman and Kill 'Em All are like top villains of the week, honestly. So, if you guys didn't watch my Gotham Knights video, Kill 'Em All should be in Gotham Knights, but that's not this video, so we're not going to talk about that. But Sinestro War, I feel like, was also set up. Same with OMAC, I feel like, was set up. Now, I'm going to talk about some characters, specifically. Switching topics to characters. We're going to go ahead and end it with Sinestro War, and I'm going to move on with redemption stories for a couple of characters. Now, when I say redemption stories, I just mean, like, Dr. Fate, trash. Like, and just he wasn't necessarily bad. It's just, you had to like to play as him, and I did not like playing as him. So, there's actually a new Dr. Fate in the comics, Khalid, I don't know how to pronounce his name, and I'm not really sure exactly how it's spelled, I don't remember. But, we can bring back a new Dr. Fate, new abilities, don't just copy and paste them, like, get new abilities, make them a bit more easier to use. And just make him better. Like, you made Dr. Fate get one shot by Brainiac. Like, you need some help. Brainiac isn't, like, all that. I mean, he is. He's world ending, but, like, I just can't believe Dr. Fate got shot down like that. Well, he tentacled or whatever. But moving on with another redemption story, Red Hood. Red Hood was actually in Injustice 2's DLC, which is awesome, and I don't feel like he'd be in Injustice 1 just because he was in Injustice 2. Injustice 3, sorry. Just because he was in Injustice 2. Injustice 3 doesn't really seem like he'd be in it, but it would be nice. And maybe in the comic, give him a redemption story, because in the comic of Injustice 2, he kind of just comes out and is like, alright, so I killed some kids. And my favorite Batman story with not Batman story, but Red Hood story with Batman in it is Batman Under the Red Hood, which actually is an animated film. And that is Villain Red Hood. That is my personal favorite interpretation of Red Hood. Which, fun fact, the actual Red Hood comic, there's been one writer from New 52 that we both, and he's done Villain Red Hood, but like not in the way Under Red Hood did, in my opinion. But I don't dislike the dude. I actually enjoy Red Hood, so I enjoyed some of his stories. But he's actually getting replaced. Well, that makes it sound bad, but he's finished, and he's wrote that longer than I'd like to say a lot of other people, because he's wrote it for like either 3 or 4 years now, so it's crazy, but maybe even more, I don't know. But on with the actual Red Hood redemption things, because he kind of was a serial killer in the not really a serial killer, but like it's weird. I felt like Red Hood in the Injustice 2 comics, like it was one of those things like you could see it coming that the mystery Batman was Red Hood, but once they revealed it was Red Hood, they also revealed that the dude was shooting kids. So it's like, alright, so my favorite version is Under the Red Hood, and he specifically makes a point where like he's a villain who wants to like control the underworld, but like he isn't like going out and shooting kids. Like he isn't like just evil. He actually has a goal, and it was weird. I didn't see the logic in that, and that's just my opinion. Probably because I like him, so I hyperanalyze and stuff with him. But it's crazy. But moving on with actual characters, can we get a magic user? Besides, like if Dr. Fate doesn't make it, actually I saw online when I was getting caught up in Injustice 2, people talking about Injustice 2 DLC for Etrigan, which obviously they did not do it. And they did do Enchantress, which actually I never played because I did not really care. I actually ditched DLC like halfway through. Red Hood was the only one. And Black Manta. He was cool. Adam was also cool and actually made sense for the Injustice comic. That said, they did like the Iron Man Adam looking suit, which was not a good suit in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. But moving on, like just magic users, John Constantine or anything. I actually have a character that goes in line with both of our ideas. Not really the OMAC, but the Sinestro War and character. And we have Hal Jordan Parallax. Now, I just like to side tangent. The Injustice 2 comic of Hal Jordan was amazing. I love the fact that, honestly, like, in my opinion, Injustice 2 comic was super lame until, like, the Red Lanterns, Hal Jordan, and everything was awesome. And they did Guy Gardner was a ghost. It was crazy. Well, not a ghost, as like it was more like he was crazy. He was seeing him like a ghost, but like no one else saw him. But it'd be nice to do like not necessarily an evil Hal Jordan, but we've seen evil Hal Jordan in just 1, good Hal Jordan in just 2, evil controlled, good Hal Jordan in just 3. And finally, for the last character on our list, we actually have Plastic Man. Now, Plastic Man was actually kind of a main character in the Injustice universe, which was cool, because he never really does anything, honestly. He gets left out of mainstream comics, and when he does show up, he's actually an egg, which is, it was cool, but lame at the same time. But moving on, Plastic Man, my only problem, which I understand I saw some people talking online about Injustice 3, Plastic Man, not Injustice 3, Injustice 2, Plastic Man, it was like, I do understand, though, combat would be weird. And that's my only complaint would be like combat would be weird for Plastic Man, so I do see you not doing him, but he is definitely like a main character story. But then again, I don't really think they care about story because like John Stewart shows up in Injustice 2 as a premiere skin. Technically they are canon, which was weird since he died, and it's a multiverse, so like it's one of those things like they can come back, but like you can't just do it and not not explained. So that's about it. I'm sorry for rushing this, by the way, and my thoughts are a little bit on point and not as congruent because I did this twice. I'm using out correctly, I think, congruent. I'm not really sure, so hopefully I am, but I mean it as in my thoughts aren't really together. Just because like my thoughts are scattered with a lot of different ideas, which Plastic Man I kind of was actually a main thing I was going to talk about, but I'm trying to avoid the details just because I'm doing this so early in the day that I have not only stuff to do but just people around the house, and it's crazy, it's crazy. So that's about it, and I hope you guys enjoy. And I gotta go, so adios. And in keeping with tradition, I realized I did not actually say what my next week's concept is throughout the video, and I was going through it and I just realized I did not say it because I decided to double upload this weekend. Never gonna happen. It was full of problems, and I do not actually have a concept for next weekend. But I do these because I enjoy them, so it's not like I'm trying to make a living, but I do like to keep a schedule. So I'll figure it out, whatever concept. Maybe something to do with Cyborg Superman, Kill 'Em All, Villains of the Week. Let's do it. But goodbye for real now, and see you guys next time.